What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some UFC. Now, I just want to make a quick video because I was watching this on Fox. They had the fight, the UFC fight with CONOR McGREGOR, Dennis Siver. Not really much to explain with the fight. McGregor basically did what he wanted in the fight, the first round. Before the fight started, he went to touch gloves, and then Siver withdrew his hand, didn't want to touch gloves, so McGregor flipped him off. And me personally, I like Conor McGregor. I like some people are like, oh, he's arrogant, he's cocky. And it's funny because you got guys like Floyd Mayweather, Adrian Broner, Prince Nassim, and some people in the boxing world, they hate these guys because they're cocky. And then I don't know if it has, you know what I'm saying, race has something to do with it, but then you get an Irishman who's equally cocky and he backs up his shit, and some people love him. Same thing with John Jones. Some people hate John Jones because they say he's too arrogant, and then Conor McGregor has a similar demeanor, and then people support him. So anyway, I'm not going to get too deep into that, but I personally like it. He backs his shit up. He's on like a 5-win streak, and he flipped off Dennis Siver like, oh, you don't want to touch hands? And in the fight, he basically did what he wanted, walked him down. He was landing some crucial lefts, busted his eye up, and he started bleeding. And then it looked like Siver tried to take him down. And the second round was basically, it was just the undoing, you know what I'm saying? He just succumbed to that left, got knocked down. Then Conor pounced on top of him and had him in a submissive position and just started firing until the referee ended the fight. So it was a good stoppage. I mean, Siver was just protecting himself in the defensive posture, and the ref even said, hey, I'm getting ready to stop it. You got to do something. You got to show me something. And he didn't. So it was a rightful stoppage. But anyway, I personally like Conor McGregor. After the fight, he hopped over the cage and then jumped in the face of Jose Aldo, which is a great fight. If you guys, for all the just boxing fans that don't know UFC, Jose Aldo is a current champion. He only has one loss, and he hasn't lost in nearly 10 years. So that's pretty big. And the thing I really like about the UFC is you got a guy like Conor McGregor making noise, and he's getting the fans behind him. He's Irish, from Ireland, so they show the pub in Ireland and their reaction and stuff. And he's building his buzz. He's building his brand. He's the notorious one. He came out to Biggie Smalls music, and he's rapidly gaining a fan base. In the UFC, the thing I like about it is they're already trying to match him. He just had a fight, and they're already saying, this is the guy you're going to fight. You're going to fight the champion of the division, which is Jose Aldo, the one he hopped over the fence and, no, not fence, over the cage, and then he jumped in his face. Jose Aldo laughed it off like, fuck that, you know what I'm saying? He doesn't really speak English, but he's a Brazilian jiu-jitsu artist, and he's really good. He's a champion, so that's a great fight, man. You got a guy who's cocky in Conor McGregor, and he's very skilled. A lot of people sleep on his skills because he does talk. Some people instantly get turned off by that. But he's backing it up. He looks very calm, very composed. He looks like one of those Irish boys that just doesn't give a fuck, and he comes to scrap. So you could tell how he's walking Siver down, that he means business, and he has bad intentions on his punches. But he's going in against the champion who has 9, 10 defenses, ain't lost in like a decade. So that's a great fight, and I'm really looking forward to that. And I really hope boxing follows that model of, you know what I mean, just how he hopped over the cage, and they're already talking about the next fight instead of Danny Garcia beats Rod Salka, a fight he should have beat, and then we don't hear about Lamont Peterson until like a year later or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, get it cracking. He's a champion. Let him fight the champion in the division, or he's on a win streak. Let him fight the champion in the division. Just the UFC, they match their people with you know what I'm saying? You're making noise, you're making buzz, you're on a win streak, you're fighting the champion, and that's pretty much how it goes. So I really respect that aspect of the UFC. Another thing, I know some people, every time I talk about a UFC thing, which is like one video out of a handful, people are like, what the hell? And actually, for your information, a lot of the guys in boxing fuck with these UFC dudes, and they work together. Like when the UFC guys are training for their fights and they're trying to improve their boxing skills, then they partner up. Like Austin Trout was working with UFC fighters, etc. And Conor McGregor, he actually happens to be friends with Andre Berto and also Andy Lee. Now the Andy Lee connection is a given because they're both Irish, but yeah, he's also real good friends with Andre Berto as well. So it's good to see. One thing Joe Rogan said at the beginning of the telecast, he said Conor McGregor is like the Muhammad Ali or Ray Robinson of UFC. There's something special. Now, I don't disagree. There might be something special, but it's too premature to liken him to Muhammad Ali or Ray Robinson. Come on. And then the last thing I want to talk about is the similarity, because this was on Fox, regular cable or whatever, and the NBC deal that Al Heyman did. So hopefully it brings boxing back like this, where you could just be flipping through the channels and catch a good boxing fight like Lamont Peterson, Danny Garcia, or Robert Guerrero and Keith Thurman, and instantly get hooked. And I think that's what Al Heyman's gunning for. So again, congrats to Conor, the notorious one, McGregor, and let me know what you guys think if you watch UFC and you happen to watch it. Drop me a comment. Let me know what you guys think. As always, hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video, it's Ego signing off.